Alright, today's video is a bit different than usual, because basically in this video what I'm gonna do is I will watch one of my games, a very important game that I've played, and I'll basically talk through my thought process during the games, and yeah, try to analyze it with you guys. I haven't rewatched it yet, so I'm sure we will find some misplays, some shit, I have no idea. But basically this is the last game that I played last month to qualify for Lobby Legends. So this is the game that got me enough points to make it into top 16. After this game I didn't play any other game for the rest of the day until 1 AM when they froze the leaderboard, and I was in top 16 at the end. So yeah, let's get started. So these are my heroes. And the first thing we need to look out are the tribes. So mechs, dragons, and elementals are all banned, which means no divine shields in the lobby whatsoever. So if you look at my heroes, there's Galewing, which by itself is not a good hero, and he likes to play for divine shield Wilbur comps. So it's basically out of the picture, unplayable. Then there is Jaraxxus, which at high MMR is not any good, so again, unplayable. And then there is Aranna, which you can play Enforce Murlocs with. I don't see any other option for her with these bans. I guess you can go Sword Weaver, but in a Murloc lobby, that's not really something you want to do. And you take too much damage with the Weaver. So I don't really like her. And then there is Mutanus with 4 armor, which again, it's a hero that really wants to play for Divine Shields, which are all banned in this lobby. But we have Demons and Murlocs to get big stats in the early game to spit on our body. And we have Beasts, so Hydra and Mako and Quillbors to gain stats. So I figured that all of my hero choices were really poor for the lobby, but I figured that Mutanus was gonna give me the highest chance to get a top 4 placement, because I needed like a lot of points to bounce back into top 16, so I was expecting to having to play more games after this one. But let's see what happened. So yeah, I go with Mutanus. I wasn't super happy about the choice, but Mutanus is such a strong hero at the moment that I was fine with him, even in a non-Divine Shield lobby. So we get a Weaver, which is what we are looking for, a way to get stats, and then we get a Demon. So you can look at the Demon as if it is a 3-3, and a 3-3 is kind of the best thing you can find on tier 1. It's hard to find better than that, so I freeze it. And then we do the usual Mutanus thing, where we buy the thing, and then we speed it. Yes, you can speed this up. So yeah, what's happening here? Okay, so wait, no, this is too much. Alright, so I spit that, and then I got the Murloc. I spit that too, and then I leveled. So we're just collecting stats for our body at the moment. We also managed to not take too much damage, which is nice. So once again, I'm gonna skip this part. I'm just gonna buy the best stats to get on my Weaver, because at this stage of the game with Mutanus, you just wanna get the stats, nothing else. I'm holding this here because it works better with the spitting and stuff. Because basically what you're gonna see soon what this allows me to do. Because now I can just buy a big minion and speed it. I just take the demon, I'm pretty sure, and level up, and then I can play this. So next turn I can spit and then buy a minion. And that's something key that you need to keep in mind with Mutanus. Even though you're floating a lot of gold in the early game, you can still find a way to try and be efficient in some spots with like cards like Tads or this demon in this case. They're basically holding the demons. Next turn is gonna allow me to buy an extra unit, which is huge, as you guys will see. We even win the fight, because Flurgle is weak apparently. And there we go. That's the shop. And I'm really happy to see this Mako here. I just spit on my body to set up for next turn, and then I get the Mako. And the reason why I'm really happy about this Mako is because I want to try to get either Trickster or Selfless next turn. So I get extra value out of my body, plus the Mako combo. Since there are no Divine Shields, like that's like one of the best combos that I can make. And there's only one cleave, which is Hydra. So it's not like I'm gonna get it guaranteed. Okay, so once again, there are no Divine Shield. Bonker is solid. It's gonna give me extra stats over the course of the game, so I just snap bought it. And now I get another bird and a selfless. Once again, really happy about this. Because now basically I'm building shields in my way. Even though this is a shieldless lobby. And at this point, I basically already know in my head what's my direction. My direction is gonna be Poison Scam with Mako and Selfless. That's what I was thinking at this stage of the game. And that's the reason why I make the play that I make next turn. Like I'm just gonna get strength through my body and my hero power and try to leverage that tempo into a Poison Scam build. Since there are no Divine Shields to counter that really. And I'm really happy about this stud. Here I can just take the TAD and then I will use it to level up. That's kind of a low roll. One of the lowest studded Murloc I could have gotten, but whatever. And here I'm not sure about what to do with my gems. Because I want to hold some for the body, but at the same time I don't want to end up in the situation in which I get a full hand of gems and then I have to use my gems later. So I decided to use almost everything right away. Because I think I can get more from the bonker anyway. As long as as long as my opponents have enough minions, this bonker is gonna attack multiple times. So that's why I decided to use a lot of gems in that spot. Winning fights, because we have a lot of stats from the body. It's nice. And now I'm on tier 2, I mean on tier 5. So this is where I can look for Baron and Sephine, which are the main cards I want to get. But at the same time, I also wanna fill my board with some decent units. So I go for Pumba and Taftask, because Taftask is the only shield in the lobby. So it seems like a good idea to go for it. And then I get another Taftask. And here I'm gonna buy this Taftask and jam it up, because it makes me stronger for the fight. But by doing so, I waste quite a lot of stats in the long run. You will see it in a couple of turns. And obviously now I'm not so happy that I used the gems the turn before, because now I have to commit to this tough task. I have to keep using gems on them so that they get the shield. Which means that I can't hold too many gems for my body. But then again, the tough task gave me a lot of strength to win the fight. And this fight was closer than it looks like. Like the cleave could have wrecked me because it was really huge. If I was an Andy and went second, for example. So here I find a Hydra of my own. And I will pick it up. Because this is a Murloc lobby, so people are gonna go for poison. Which means that I wanna try to build a big Hydra if I can. And obviously I'm buying gems because I have the Pumba, so I can build a big body with that, which is really nice. Here I skip the Argus because I don't really have something to taunt, but having a taunt would be nice. Rattler is obviously nice for the selfless interaction. I'm using it on the big Mako because I might end up selling the small Mako if I never triple it. So that's why I did it this way. Obviously, shielding the small Mako, like reborning the small Mako, gives me a guaranteed shield because it's more likely to die. But I'm facing Plurk, so I might have poisons anyway. So that's why I just snap reborn the big one. Because I'm not sure if I will be able to keep the pair forever or not. Once again, still winning fights because Mutanus body is just crazy. So this is the body turn. I don't really remember this turn, but I remember it was a bit Monkasteer. Yeah, I'm buying all the gems to try and buff the Hydra, and I'm trying to roll for Baron or another Hydra, because I would like to spit on them. Checking if the Bonker has some gems on it, so I can put them on the body. And the Bonker has a few gems, so I'm gonna transfer them. As you can see, my body is getting huge, thanks to the Pumba or Agamagan, giving it all the buffs. I managed to roll into another bacon even. At this point, I can sell my Pumba and play the Hydra. I can try to spit on it. And now I would really like to spit on my body, but guess what? Obviously it doesn't happen. So I was pretty upset about this, because most of the times when you spit your body and you have two of them on the board, you're gonna spit onto the second one. Boom, that Hydra was really good. Here I probably should have swapped position between the two Makos. And I think I'm not swapping their positioning for a while. Don't remember exactly. By the way, it's turn 12. We still haven't gotten a single triple. Given that this is our only pair, but still. Kind of a no triple game, this one. Like, we haven't even gotten the second Selfless, or a Baron, or a Sefin, which is what we were mostly looking for the whole time. And that's why I buy a Spore here. Because I really, really need poisons in the end. And I would have rather go for the Sefin line, but I'm not getting it. Yeah, I'm thinking about the taunt. The problem with Voidlord though is that it grieves my Makos sometimes. I guess I skipped it in the end. Do I buy it now? So, since my body is super small and my bonker is useless at this point, I just decided to speed it, and yep, we actually got the speed this time. So that was nice. And here I'm wondering what to buy against Phelan. And I'm gonna end up buying the Battle Master because I wanna try to lose this fight to gain health and buff the Battle Master. So I just go for a Andy line against the Beast Gamer. So I was pretty sure I was gonna lose this fight, and I was trying to lose it on purpose so I could buff my Battle Master. But it turns out that the guy is not that big after all, so we win anyway. And now I'm sitting with this useless BM in my hand. So at this point, it's been enough. There is nothing else I'm looking for. The only things I need are Baron, triple Mako, triple Selfless, more poisons. I would really love to buy this Hargus, but once again, I'm looking at my board and there is literally not a single unit I can taunt. I just skipped it. I don't like taunting the Spore. I'm looking at the TAD there, because I think I could get TAD into Sefin, but then I realized there's too much Hopium in that, so I just passed it. Picked up the Matron as a taunt, because Flurgle might have a Malgadon, so I wanna have a taunt to protect. Then I end up buying a useless minion because my shop is bad, and I don't want to sell my BM because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose against Flurg, and then I can make use of my Battle Master. Once again, I still haven't swapped these Makos. They should have been swapped a while ago. I don't know why I didn't. Like, I think having the Reborn Mako earlier should be better. I'm not sure though. By the way, in this fight my shields were awful, and then he snipes my cleave, so I end up losing. Which I'm okay with since I have the Battle Master in my hand. Got pretty unlucky combat, but that's fine. So still looking for poison. Oh, I found a Selfless. Finally a playable card. There's also an Acolyte. And then again, Panda playing Murloc with a Flurgle power on tier 6. I'm like, yep, let's play around Malgadons. I sell the useless minions so I can spit the Battle Master, get some extra health on my Hydra. And here I'm gonna buy the Lookout, because, I mean, it's turn 14. I'm like, I have to get a triple next turn, right? So I can make board space and try to discover something useful out of this. So I played the Selfless and the Acolyte to play around Amalgadons, but turns out my opponent doesn't have them. And the Yoho there is clutch, making sure that the Selfless dies. That Yogo was pretty big for the opponent. But I think we cleaved their Session or something, so we get the win anyway. So top 2. I'm super happy about this, because it means that I'm gaining points and I'm most likely getting back to top 16. I'm buying this Argus here. I think I bought it to taunt myself less in case I didn't triple them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I bought it for that. But if you have 2 taunted selfless, like Plasma Co, you're usually fine. So once again, still not rolling triples, not rolling any useful card. So I decide to hoard a ghoul in case the opponent pivoted into Amalgadons. This will be a really useful card instead of the Acolyte. But I decided to not do anything for this turn because I can't really get any stronger. I have this combo to play around Divine Shields, and then I have my Hydra and my shields to hopefully kill the poison. And then again, I still didn't swap these two, which I'm not sure which positioning is correct. But I guess now that this one is bigger, it's better to have the smaller one earlier. But anyway. So, never Sephin, never triple. We go into battle, turn 15, 0 triple gaming. I have 24 health, so I'm sure that I will not die to Flurgle, even if I just sit on this. And they ghouled me. So, yeah, turns out I don't need the ghoul. But it's always nice to have it in this kind of situation when you are really healthy. Because, wow, nice shield. Because, you know, better safe than sorry. If I needed it, I was ready. And if I didn't need it, then whatever, fine. So yeah, once again, we get a kind of an unfortunate combat. We shielded the Acolyte. So we get a tie. I'm fine with that. Now I know what he's doing and I can play around it better. I noticed that my level up costs 2, so I decided to level up. Maybe I can find some triples, and I finally find one on tour 16. Hooray! First triple of the game. Here I probably pick the Dawn, just to try and high roll a poison. It's also a Murloc for my Malgadon. I mean, for my Primal Fin that I bought a few turns ago. So here I think I buy a Tribe to try and get a good Dawn. I take the Demon. And it's a Pepegadon, of course. Another try. We finally get the Sephin. Not from the shop, but from the Primal Fin that we bought like 10 turns ago. Here I'm thinking about taunting the Selflesses. But then I realized that I can just spit the Dawn and play the Ghoul. And then I buy Scallywag to have a Tribe. Because my turn is over, I don't have time to roll, so I just bank a gold and a Tribe. So I moved the Ghoul in the back this time around. And because he got more tones with the Argus. So yeah, now we get wrecked by the ghoul. And we lose. So as you can see, it's a game of tech between me and my opponent. Like, he ghouled me the previous fight, now I knew that he had the ghoul, so I played in a different way, but then he was prepared and counterplayed that with the Argus. And then next turn I'm gonna have to counterplay their counterplay to get rid of ghoul before I get my shields. And I put the Hydra first to do that immediately. So I can just cleave away the ghoul and then go with my Mako. So now I'm looking for triple Selfless and Baron mainly. Or more poisons. So I just buy the Tad, got the Selfless, really nice. Got another Dawn. Now I can sell my Ghoul, play the Scallywag, get the Adapts. The Pega again. What else do you expect? But this is a plot twist. I get a Dawn from the Tad, which I didn't expect. So I shouldn't have sold my minions so quickly. Now I kinda miss an adapt, so I have to spend gold on the pirate. And again, the Amalgadon sucks. But it's still a Murloc, so I decide to keep it. Don't the Spore based on what my opponent has, and then I buy another Murloc to try and gain more poisons. And he goes for the Zap. And he taunted even more Murlocs. That's something I didn't expect at all. He went like ultra Dex against me. But guess what? One Spore Boy and a Mako with Reborn is all you need. Got the win in the end. My opponent played the late game really well. He went for all the good tech cards, which in hindsight is kinda suspicious, but I don't know, whatever. We got to 14.6 something, and that got us into Lobby Legends. So yeah, some people have been asking me to make this kind of videos where I talk about my thought process during the games. And I thought this was a good occasion to do that. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you all in the next one. Have a good time.